The Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, is an inspirational hour that'll take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. Get ready to be transformed from Dr. Jenn's live guided healing meditations and intuitive readings, and unveil the power of connecting to spirit, the angels, and your higher self. Dr. Jenn is passionate about helping you find the answers you're looking for through an inward journey that'll strengthen your connection to spirit and help you trust your intuition. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jenn Royster.
Hello everyone and welcome to the show. I'm Dr. Jenn. Today we're going to talk about Leo season, which begins on the 22nd. Today, as the airing of this live show, it's the 21st, so that starts tomorrow. You might already be feeling some of that influence. We're going to look at the astrological energies for Leo season. So that will run from July 22nd to August 22nd. We're also going to tap in with angel insights and support and how they can help us through Leo. Now, Leo is actually a very optimistic, empowering sign, and if you were born under this, you might be feeling it a little bit more. So we went over that last time with the Cancer sign, and I find that it's very empowering to understand a little bit more about the signs, and you just don't feel like you're the only one feeling this stuff sometimes. So we're going to look at that. There's a lot going on in Leo season. The Uranus North Node conjunction, we'll talk about that a little bit. We'll also look at Lionsgate 88 portal. That's a very manifesting time. It always, every year. This is something that happens on the 8/8, August 8. And then we have the final of the 3 supermoons that we've been having. We've already had 2. We'll have the last one in August. I think it's August 11th. I'm going to be going through my notes and I have those dates down. So this is a pretty cool thing. Now we're also going to look at each sign of the zodiac. So whatever sun sign you are, whatever moon sign, if you know that, or your rising sign, you want to listen up. So if you know those, listen up for each one of those as I go through them. We'll go through each one and how this might work for you. This is general, like a guide. It might be this is more favorable if you're in this, but like by all means, these are just guidelines and influence energies that you may or may not feel. Not everybody's going to feel all of these. It might be something that you may not experience at all because you've already worked on that, whether it was this lifetime or another lifetime. So there's a lot here going on. We're going to work with Michael, Archangel Michael. We're going to work with our guardian angels, and we're also working and asking Archangel Ariel. Ariel is a great angel for courage and narrowing your focus. Leo is symbolic of the lion, which is why I chose the lion for the picture on this episode. It's courage, it's fearlessness, and it's heart-centered choices. That's what Leo's all about. It's about just getting up there and tapping in and just being who you really are and not worrying about it anymore. So it's empowering. It's also a little bit influenced with, I believe, Aries. Aries energy is very go, be fearless too. So you have a little bit more of a magnification there. So if this is about Leo energy being a boost of just shine your truth, be who you are, and feel confident in it, that's an empowering feeling. It's a very freeing feeling to feel like you can just be who you are. In a world that seems to be having all kinds of things, no matter what you're seeing out there, we also have this opportunity to see all the good things that are happening as well. A lot of times, that's all you'll see if you're paying attention to a lot of news, is you'll see everything that's wrong. What you want to do here is, we're not saying that's not happening, but there's also a lot of good things happening too, and that's what we like to focus on in this show. All right, so I came up. I like to write the affirmations for the show every week on the topic. So this one is about embracing your inner courage. So I have it written out on the YouTube description. If you look in there, it's also on the description on the show page on my website. So if you're looking for it, after the show goes live and it's all recorded and archived, I also add it to my blog. So whenever you're looking for it, or you can see the archives right here in YouTube if that's where you follow. So affirmation: I embrace my inner courage to claim my truth. Remember, you got to claim it. Have you claimed it? And align with my heart's true passion. What a great affirmation. I love it. I always get chills every time I read it. I like this one a lot. It makes me feel excited about what the potential could be for you, for myself, for everybody. So write it down, jot it down, and use it. When you're feeling a little glum one day, just pull this one out. Put on a sticky note. Do whatever you got to do to feel like something is boosting you. This was coming in very strong from the angels this morning because I was tapping in and I was aligning with the angels. You know, they come in with me, so to speak. And I thought, help me to share what you want to share with them today in the show. I want to get clear communication. And a lot of this is for everybody that I'm going to be sharing today. And they were like, you've got to find ways, and this is for all of us, me included, whatever it takes to encourage you, to get you back up on there, to pull you up by the bootstraps and keep in the game. Just don't quit. Do not quit. Light workers, if you're a light worker, if you're in this, you know, calling to just lift, it's not about going in and trying to control and tell everybody how they need to be. Yeah, we've seen how that works in other places and areas and belief systems and you name it. Well, you don't want to do it in this either, because everything is a free will choice. You don't have to try to control or make anybody do anything. You don't have to try to control your own outcome. You have to just accept and be who you are. Once you are doing that, a lot of that fear eases up. Michael was really bringing my attention to that this morning, so I wanted to tell you that right up front. He just said, you don't have to make it so hard. One of the biggest things he sees is people are constantly fretting about the future. It's not here yet. And the energy that creates your future is in your now. Remind them of that. And I'm like, and remind yourself. I got, yep, it's true. And so that's just constantly coming in very, very strong. So here we go. So let's talk about Leo season just a little bit. So we're going on an overview here, and then I'm going to go into the individual signs. I want to make sure I get through all 12 signs so you can pick them out and jot them down. Remember, if you know your sun sign, that's when you were born, the month you were born, your date, your moon sign has an influence, okay? And the reason is your sun is the masculine energy, and the moon is your feminine energy, and we have both within us. And then your rising sign, that would be, you know, the ascendant, what was coming up over the horizon. So if you know those three, it can really be helpful to understand who you are and what's driving you and where is this coming from, because you might see some of it in all, you might see different things in different ones, and you put it all together and you're like, oh, okay, there's a little bit of what I can relate to or not. If you can't relate to all of it or none of it, then let it go and move on. That's all there is to it. We don't have to make anything fit. You just want to look for what's working for you and be confident in that. It doesn't matter whether it works for someone else or not. Okay, so Leo runs from July, the Leo season runs from July 22 to August 22. And that's when you can channel and really kind of tap into that energy and utilize it for yourself. So we all know that fearless energy and being strong, and you know, the lion represents that, but this is coming from deeper levels. Leo energy is really getting rid of the false self, pretending to be what you're not, okay? It's about getting rid of that and stepping into who you really are. And so just doing that feels so free. It's energizing me just to talk about this with you today. I just feel a lot of that energy right now, and it's just get rid of the false self. Why do you feel like you have to put on this persona? Why do you have to pretend to be happy if your life is falling apart and you're going through transformation? You don't have to share everything with the public. That's your own personal journey. But why do we do that? Because we want to be approved of? So this energy helps you go, why don't we be real? Why don't we really tap into who we are and not worry about all that other stuff? I know it's kind of big sometimes for some people. If you're worried about what other people think, this one will be bumpy. So you might feel that one a little bit. You might feel this nudge to, you're just not satisfied with that anymore because it's trying to help you move past it. There's a lot of freedom in just being who you are, honestly. Okay, for Leo, it doesn't have to do with anything other than what's going on with you, okay? This is about you. So it's not about wasting time trying to do anything else. It's about being true to you. It's really bringing that focus into, it's a self-love, self-care, being real and being open and honest. I have to admit, honestly, when I grew up in something that, I couldn't really be who I am right now, and because it wasn't really approved of. And once I finally just went there, it didn't, and you have to overcome what they're thinking, and you have to overcome all the people that may fall out of your life because they just can't accept it, or it's not resonating anymore. We have to let it be. Just let it do what it's going to do. I noticed that I'm just so much healthier physically, mentally, spiritually. I feel free. Not everybody accepts who I am. I've lost a lot of relationships because of it. But were they supposed to stay there? I don't know. Maybe not. But I know that I wasn't good the way I was before. So I can only share that that's what I've experienced with this. As much as I've read about it, I truly have experienced that. And it is very freeing to just be real. Be true to your heart. And that's why we came here. When you look at a soul contract, that's why we came here. So, in astrology, Leo is also linked to success, confidence, sometimes fame and glamour and all of that. It has this, in modern astrology, it kind of looks like that. But you can take this confidence and success, and you don't have to be egotistical about it. You can just shine bright. It's a great energy. The shadow side would be, being a little bit too much that way to where you're stepping all over someone. You don't want to be like that. But it does help you. We all have an ego. I mean, you can have an ego that's healthy, not dysfunctional and, stepping and taking advantage and not appreciating others around you that support you, things like that. But this helps it shine and boost the energy for the confidence and to be strong within it. When your ego is aligning with your soul, heart-centered choices, and all that runs together, that's really the beautiful side of Leo energy. The shadow side would be where it's taking advantage and, not so great. But you don't want to be like that. You want to lead with your heart. This is the courage that the lion represents. This is the courage and the fearlessness to just go after who you really are. Stop pretending, who you really are, like all that kind of stuff. Just do it. So once it enters, the sun enters the Leo season, we also have an interesting asteroid, Ceres, that is hovering close. That one focuses on nourishment and self-care. So I found that very interesting, and I wanted to just give you a little note on that. This asteroid in particular encourages you to ask a question about, what do you long for? What do you need that will nourish your soul and be a gift to yourself? I thought that was pretty important to bring up and make note of. I went, oh, yeah, that with the Leo energy. Oh, wow. Okay, so self-care is being highlighted here in this Leo energy. So we have a little bit of a nudge with that one. And one of the bigger features here in the Leo season is Uranus North Node conjunction. That's where it's ultimately about a collective destiny that we're all coming with. This is collective for everyone. That one is, you know, coming around where we're all going to experience it. We can see maybe a little bit of unexpected energy with that, but it's for a good reason. The Leo itself coming through while that's happening can bring you the energy that you need to come through and navigate through something that might be unexpected very positively. So please hear that part. That's important. So that's in there, but we have Leo that's going to bring us up to rise and shine. So that's good. We also have the Lion's Gate 88. That's considered a portal that activates on August 8th. This is all in astrology. It's about the rising of Sirius, our spiritual sun. So you'll have a little bit more of a spiritual energy around this one. It also offers one of the best moons of the supermoon trio on July 28th. July 28th, that will be the final one. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, that's August 11th, that final supermoon. I've got so many dates here. So we have a new moon on July 28th. That's going to be a good new moon. That's a new beginning. I had that backwards, sorry. So July 28th is a new moon. It's one of the good, it's really a great new moon. We'll talk about that in another show. But they also have that final super full moon, and that's on August 11th. That's the final one of the three, so you can check for that, and we'll talk about those in upcoming shows. So remember, if you know your rising sign, your moon sign, and your sun sign, listen to all three of those when I go through these. I'm going to go through these now before I even look at the live chat, because I want to make sure I get them all in before we start. So you guys enjoy the show over there, and I will be over there after I get through these. So we're going to start with Aries. That's the first sign in the zodiac, is Aries. So Mars is the ruling planet for this one, so it'll be busy under the Leo sun. It's going to move and conjunct with that Uranus and North Node too, okay? So this is going to be a heightened time where you might feel a little bit of challenge for big changes in your life. It doesn't have to be scary. It just means profound changes that you've wanted, that you know need to happen. You're going to really feel that energy there strong to do something with it. The challenge can be if you're hesitant. This is where your angels come in. You want to call on your guardian angel, and you want to call on Michael. If there's any kind of fear making you stop and go, I don't know, but I know I need to, ask them for that courage and that fearlessness to do what you need to do. You're the only one that can make these choices. They're not going to tell you what to do. They're going to support you. So please keep that in mind. So if it's feeling a little unsettled, this is where it can help you decide what is worth holding on to and what is not. So you may have some decisions to make with that. The new moon on July 28th does fall in Leo. So Leo is a fire sign. Okay, that's a fiery sign, just like Aries. So that's going to be a power moon for you. That new moon on July 28th is going to be a new beginning, very powerful moon for you to set some intentions for what you want to manifest in your life. Absolutely good one for that. This is a good moon, one of the nicest ones of the year. So everybody, whether you're Leo or not, take advantage of that one, because it's going to be a good one. This is also going to carry energies and intensify the manifestation. So you want to take advantage of that. It's going to be right behind that Lion's Gate 8, or right after it within that week. I'm sorry, that's July 28th, then the 8th is the Lion Gate. So all of that within that 2-week period between the new moon and the super full moon, lots going on with manifesting in that time. Okay, so on this moon, also Jupiter enters retrograde in the sign of Aries. So Jupiter being in Aries since May 10. So that one is a very good placement, a very lucky placement for you. So that's a good thing for you to have that retrograde with Jupiter right there. If you're working on a project, maybe some good news will come your way, or maybe it did in May. If you've been working to come back into this and you're looking at a planet of expansion, you want to start focusing on whatever you want to expand in your life right now with that. Channel that energy of Jupiter to help it grow. That one is for you. So that's good. Now, everybody can tap into that, but you may feel that a lot more if you have that sign Aries, anywhere, somewhere in there. Taurus, let's go to Taurus. The Taurus, the North Node and Uranus are coming together in that sign. This is a big energy for you, and you're going to listen. You're going to really want to look at your forecast for that. Taurus is going to feel this a little bit more. These are cosmic energies that is collective more than personal, but you're going to be feeling it more than maybe everybody else in the collective. Let me put it that way. It is a collective energy, but you might feel it more than everybody else in the collective. There, yeah, that's the way to say that. You're going to feel a sense of connection to this. So you want to see what's stable, what's shaking up the world a little bit for you, what needs to go, what's not working, things like that. You're going to be having to make some choices too. We all are, really. It's time to do it. Things have been a little bit bumpy and you've been sensing a sense of something big's coming. If you've been Taurus, you might be feeling that. If it's falling away, why are we trying to hold on to it, or questions you want to ask yourself? If you have doubts about it, if you have doubts about something about being louder or taking action, call on Michael with that for clarity, to pull away any lower negative energies that might be clouding your judgment or just making you feel like you can't do anything about it, because you want to be able to take action. There's good news here that if we allow this to show us what we need to see, it all falls into place. This is more of a surrendering, not controlling sensation for a Taurus, because Tauruses like their world and, to be a certain way. And surrendering is really going to be a good one for you when Uranus is involved. Just what is it trying to show you? Just don't try to control or keep things the way they were. You might need to flex a little bit more. So because Uranus has been moving through the Taurus sign since 2018 and will remain till 2026, you've been feeling that one, right? So it's like, yeah, feeling it. Well, you're witnessing the biggest transformation of the universe ever here on Earth. So, you're just, it's going with the flow a little bit more. You don't have to be holding it. You don't have to hold on. You have to find ways to work with it, not against it. That's going to be a big one. This is a long journey that's helping to awaken Taurians and to restructure your life for a greater purpose. That's big. By 2026, you might be able to look back and reflect on all these awakenings and changes. So you got a few more years of this, but it's not a bad thing. It's not. It's helping you awaken and grow. On August 11th, that's the full moon, the super full moon, that will be in Aquarius, and that's a key point for the Taurus. You might find that something comes to an end, and you finally knew, okay, there it is. It might be a surprise, but whatever's falling away, it's making room for something better. You have to remind yourself, it's making room for something better. This is something we need to let go of. It's aligning you up to move forward. So, Taurus, keep your head up, okay? It's not a bad thing. It's just sometimes we don't like to feel change until we're ready, and we like to go slow and that kind of thing. Gemini is next. We want to pay attention to that August 11th super full moon. You might find that you've been working on something very hard and it comes alive. It blooms. It wakes up. It takes off. Okay? Also, it might be something coming to an end simultaneously. It might be one or the other. It's because you've outgrown something. Something's just not working anymore. It's just, If it feels mundane, if the energy is just not there, it's fading. You know, why are we trying to keep it going if we really don't want it? Saturn is also active under this one. Saturn is very active under the Gemini full moon, and it could bring you a challenge, but this is one of those positions where we want to be ready to receive gifts moving forward. So something new that you've been working very hard on is in bloom here, and something else might be fading out and moving on, or just something's falling away. So there's another sign. So pretty much, you know, a lot of us are feeling that. Intuition is likely to run much higher for the Gemini here in the last weeks of July especially. You want to strengthen your intuitive powers and your intuitive gifts. This would be a good time to work with any intuition, hunch, idea, what's just popping up for you. Pay attention to it. Start, you know, maybe take those hunches a little more seriously. Look at what you're doing there. You can also challenge yourself to do a little bit of practicing with your intuition, because you're going to have this opportunity where it's running high here. If you set an intention like you want to do something well, and then you go about it to do it, then listen to the instincts, whether it's selecting something or, oh, I can't decide which one. We'll say, I want to pick the best one. You know, put that intention out there and then do it. It can help. This is an energy that can really strengthen for you, especially around 24, 25. That's a great energy that'll open a door here for abundance for you. So look at these signs as a lot of intuition. You want to be tapping in. You want to trust the hints or the hunches you're getting, because they're for you. They're for you. Nobody can tell you to make those choices. You have to know that for yourself. You just have to allow and know you're worthy of it. That's where your Lion Leo come in. Okay? Now let's go to Cancer. Cancer energy. Cancer, you might be feeling a little tired. So remember, if it's a sun, a moon, or a rising sign, you might be feeling a mixed bag of some of this stuff. Cancer signs, you might feel a little worn out from all this fiery energy. It might be, I just need things to calm down. You know, you might feel that a little bit. That's where that asteroid Ceres about self-care and nurturing comes in. You might feel that need to, what do I need here? What do I need to nurture myself? What do I need to feel restored in my energy? You'll want to pay attention to that if that's coming up for you strong. Whether you are, if that's your moon or sun or whichever sign that is, if you're feeling that, pay attention to that. If you've been feeling that you just haven't had time for the self-care, or it's been lacking, or you're struggling to find time for yourself, this might come up a little stronger for you to go, okay, enough's enough. I need a couple hours. I need a day. Do it. Pay attention to it. See, the moon is the ruler of the Cancer sign. So it can be emotional. It can feel that nudge of nurturing and self-care and taking care. So you want to listen to that. It's also, if you are feeling a little sluggish, this will help you supercharge on that new moon energy on July 28th. Pay attention to that. That's got a positive, vibrant energy for you. So you want to look at that. Leo is heart-centered. So is the Cancer sign. So that you'll resonate with. Your heart will be just, let's do this instead. Why do we keep doing the other? That you want to listen to that. You may feel that a little bit more. You want to listen to what your heart's telling you to do. You want to pay attention to the wisdom it's bringing you, because that's coming from your soul. Your soul's passions always does. Allow the heart energies to just drive you, to direct, to help you pick up that book that you wanted to read, or just take that time to slow down. Something that you get excited about. You need to carve some time out for that. Also, the Lion's Gate portal on August 8th, that one is a good time for you as well, because it's a manifesting. It raises the vibrations to higher frequencies. That's that manifesting time. So you got this heart passion that you're going to really feel connected with. You want to look into that. You also want to spend time with meditation, a focus on gratitude, appreciating what you have. This is good for you. You'll always be in harmony with energy if you're going in that direction. So that one is the Cancer. Now we're here on the Leo sign. So all you Leos out there, this is yours. This is your season and it's time to shine. Yes, it is. If this is your sun sign, it can fill you with that vitality, confidence, light. You'll just feel recharged. You'll feel good. You'll feel ready to just get out there and do it. All kinds of things like that. This energy is about paying attention to your health. Make sure you're making healthy choices. Important for you, because you could run yourself exhausted if you don't. Make sure you're paying attention to your health. If you've got something nagging you that way, you want to make sure you're taking care of it, whether it's a doctor visit, energy, whatever it is, your diet, take care of it. Keep your thoughts positive. Keep your thoughts on solutions, not the problem. Focus on solutions. So when the problems pop up, and they will, it's about, okay, there's that. Let's look for a solution, and then take your mind there. That's going to help you a lot. Okay, so if you are the sun sign Leo, that Ceres asteroid is also asking you to nourish and feel healing energies to restore you. Because you have a lot of energy you're going to be expending because you're going to feel all this. And at the same time, it's about making sure you stay balanced and healthy. You don't want to run yourself into the ground. So you can be super excited and just get exhausted and never stop and restore. So that might be a tendency you want to watch. The new moon on the 28th is going to be one of the good ones for you as well. If your birthday is close to the new moon, within 1 or 2 days, you could get a double dose of really good feeling energy. So that's going to be kind of cool for you. As a general rule, whenever your birthday is close to a moon, it means that's a little bit more of a boost for that in particular in that sign, whatever month it is. So manifesting will be very high under this moon. So everybody honestly can take note of this and work with that energy. The Aquarius full moon on August 11th can feel heavy if Saturn is challenging you a little bit. Saturn, remember, is the stern teacher and responsibility and all that good stuff. So if it does that, you can also find that this can be very rewarding, because if something's difficult and it comes up under this and you are close to it, this is a potential to deliver for you, because you're going to feel fearless. You're going to have that courage. You're going to have that upbeat, I just want to do it. Let me go for it. That's good. Okay. So even though it might feel like, oh, I don't know, don't forget, Saturn will remind you to be responsible with your choices, but also it's time to get out there and do this. So don't forget to set boundaries, keep balance, and watch your health. Make sure you don't run yourself into the ground while you're excited doing all these things you can't wait to do. That's basically what it is. Virgo, let's look at Virgo. Right before the sun sets, right before it's going into that sign, this is the energy of completion. Virgo is completion, endings, closure that flow in. That's kind of a Virgo thing. You might feel that as Sun enters Leo a little bit. Things need to come to an end. You will naturally find some sort of conclusion, what you need to let go of and release. You might find that you've just simply outgrown it. It won't be, sometimes things that are falling away, doesn't have to be scary. It could just simply be that used to be so cool, but I've just really outgrown that. I'm in a different place now. And you just let it go. It's not painful. You just don't need to hang on anymore. If it's taking up too much of your time and you really aren't in it, if your heart's not in it, which is Leo nudging, the heart-centered choices. Pay attention to what that might be. As they come to an end, it leaves space for creativity of new things to come in, which I really like. New things may not come in right away, but it opens the door. It gives space for things to be creative. So just know that it could be a brand new beginning and turning over a new leaf, clearing out that closet, clearing out that extra energy drained so you have energy for something brand new. So that all peaks up on the July 28th new moon, so it's a really good moon for you as well, and that carries that strong manifesting energy. So if there's something you really want to create in your life, set the intention and use that energy to supercharge your timeline. Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing, honestly, I've been seeing that everybody has an opportunity here because it's collective. But because this energy is just so encouraging and exciting, it's about manifesting. Everybody can tap into this. You might feel it a little bit more if you happen to be one of these particular signs. So it's a good one for you. The North Node, it'll be active as well. It could bring some unsettling news, but remember, it's about the collective, so you might notice something with that. But it's helping you shift. It's helping you shift to be a participant in what the group needs to do, what everyone is coming around to. So you want to focus on where can you do your part as far as a collective. And this is like global. This is everybody, all of us, whether we even know it or not. This is where you can keep your vibration lifted. So you're looking at accepting that some things are going to go away. What can you do as a participant of what's coming and moving forward? Rather than everything that's going away, what you want to take your focus on what's coming or what you can do in that creative space that is opening up for you. Libra, we're going to move to Libra. Libra is about needing guidance, care, support, trusting your instincts, your abilities to lean into that support. You are wise enough. Do you believe that? Do you know you're capable enough? Do you have enough compassion? You can be a very supportive being for so many, but don't forget to be that way for yourself. Libra can be amazing. This wisdom of balancing the scales for everybody else. Don't forget yourself. You want to bring your true self into this. You want to bring your true nature out. Don't shy away. This is a manifesting for you to rise and shine for you. In many ways, this Leo season is calling out the Libras to be the true self shining, to bring your talents to light, to utilize them for how they can help, and let the doors close that need to close that are in the way. This season is also a nice push to help you share them with the world. It doesn't have to be literally be a spiritual coach or anything like that. It could be that you are an amazing doctor, you're an amazing apprentice at something, you're an amazing artist, whatever it is you do, it doesn't matter. You could just be working a basic whatever, you work remote, you're a content creator, whatever it is you do, you can still tap into this. You can still be a support for so many others, but it works when you're supporting and you're not forgetting that compassion for yourself. So that one is going to really be interesting for you to speak up and let yourself shine, but keep the balance. The Libra is the scales, and it's a balance, but you want to make sure your wisdom shines through, but you're not drained. So there you go. Scorpio. Now that Uranus North Node is in the sign of Taurus, so that happens to sit opposite of a Scorpio, so they're kind of connected that way. Scorpio and Taurus have that little connection, allowing you to be right in line with that energy. You're right front and center of it. So what does that mean? It could bring some unexpected news for you, maybe some unsettling things happening, but it can shake things up that need to change. maybe it's going to shake something up that's been so anchored in that it just needs to go. That's where you need to focus on. This can help you tap into some creative energy that can bring something out that would be better. It's collective rather than personal, but you're going to find that you might feel it more, as well as just like the Taurus did. But it could also show you, where can we do different? Where can we do this better? You might find that you have too many irons in the fire, and you may have to start shutting down some of them. You might like to do everything. You might have so many activities going on that you can't keep up and do all of them well like that anymore. So it might be that you're finding that you have to make some tough choices to let go of some things and make some closure here so you can move forward in where your heart is. Super important there. If there's something you've been searching for, this intention with that new moon on July 28th will be very helpful for you manifesting. Your intuition will also wake up a bit on the Lion's Gate. The sensitivity might increase there. So you might find that this high frequency energy is going to have you needing to protect your energy a little bit more. You might find that you need to set your boundaries better. You need to, just feel a little bit more balanced, because you'll feel when you haven't been tapping in to intuition or that type of energy, high frequency, and all of a sudden it's waking up all the sensitivities and the connection. If you're not used to it and you're used to just not feeling things emotionally, sometimes it's a little unexpected, and you just take little bits at a time. Set a boundary. Okay, I'll come back. Don't completely shut it off. Just take it in bits. It's kind of like go in the room of it, then come out and take a break. Go in and come back out. You can actually set that intention. You absolutely can. So the full moon, this will activate your heart chakra even more with the heart-centered choices, and it really will motivate you to find what needs to find closure so you can make room for those passions. So allow it to be your compass. Allow it to show you the way, because it's always so much more rewarding. We're not designed to stay in the same frequency the whole time we're here, honestly. The journey of life for the soul here, it's an entire lifetime. Things that you were passionate about, now it changes. As you grow and you evolve and you shift, your belief systems shift when you let them. And when they start to question, if you start to question them, you need to explore it a little bit. Well, why? Maybe something needs to change. Things like that. We have a few more here. Let me keep going. We have Sagittarius. Sagittarius is another fire sign, and that one is going to do very well with this energy, because you'll feel extra creative. You might feel more connected with your heart. You might find that you want to you just want to get in and dive in with creativity. You might find that it wakes that up more. You find that you have a lot of inspiration and joy, and you just enjoy your friends. You enjoy life. You'll feel pretty good with this one. You'll also find that July 28 new moon, it has that energy for manifesting something from your heart and your choices that you want to do. What fills your heart with joy? Everybody can ask yourself that, everybody, but you might feel this one a little bit easier. What's filling your heart with joy? That's what you want to look at. What just gets you so excited you can't wait to get back to it? It's what you're thinking about all the time. It soothes the soul to allow time for things that you're passionate about. And this energy for everybody, honestly, is really starting to show this, okay, I got to clear my calendar a little bit so I can get to some of these things I want to do. So don't ignore that. This is an opportunity to shift it. And it might be inviting you to look back into May to see what was going on there. That might be a clue for you. If you look at this time, within the last 6 months or so, have you grown? Have you changed? Have you evolved? That's something to ask yourself if you're Sagittarius. The energy flows in the direction of your thoughts. That's everybody, by the way. So make sure you're focusing on what you want to expand in your life. This is a little bit more highlighted for a Sagittarius, but everybody, it works with everybody. So The Aquarius full moon on August 11th, the supermoon might be a little bit more tricky. It may be reminding you to set some boundaries. You might have some difficult decisions to make. They feel difficult because we're still attached. We know they need to be made, but we're still feeling an attachment. That's what can cause some of that. Your angels will help you. They will help you find your ground to stand in something that might be what you consider difficult to do. But they're like, wow, we're here with you. You know you need to do it, and it will feel this relief. You'll know that you're paying attention to your heart's choices when you feel that peace and that freedom just kind of fill you. And if you're not feeling that and you're feeling the weight and the burden of energy drain, you know that's something that's got to get alleviated here. Now we're going to go into Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, that you may have felt like things got swept under the rug here. All of a sudden you forgot about them, and now they're going to come up to the surface for you to clear. So things that kind of were put on the back burner, they may pop up for you. That's okay. It's an active time. It's where you can let go and move forward as well. It could challenge you a little bit, but it's offering you a helping hand here to really do it all. The angels are too. Michael's going to be great for the Capricorns. If they had stuff under the rug that they know they need to deal with, it's going to come up and help you. It's going to get your creative juices flowing with the new moon. You're going to find nourishment. You're going to find recharging energies. You just have to set the intention that that's what you're going to do. You have to go, yeah, I want to be passionate about this. I want to connect to this. You'll feel the intuition coming in at the high frequency on August 8th as well with the Lionsgate. You have wisdom and guidance coming from the universe that will help you get right through it. It might feel a little bit more for you because it was on the back burner, or you forgot about it, or was swept under the rug, so to speak. When it comes up, and you've got all of this support from the universe to help you with all these different energies, that courage of the Leo, that confidence that you can do this, that freedom to make a choice, that moon for manifesting. I mean, all of this. We have a letting go, and we have a manifesting opportunity. This is the time for all of us, honestly, if we want to make choices of big change. So think about it. Okay, a couple more. Got Aquarius now. Aquarius. Now, Aquarius sits opposite of Leo, kind of like I was saying Taurus sat opposite of Scorpio. So Aquarius sits opposite of Leo on the wheel. It's a zodiac wheel. They sit opposite of one another. That energy brings things up for you about relationships maybe a little bit more. You might be wondering, what's going? Should I stay? Should I go? Is this a good working relationship? Is this a good personal relationship? What do I need to do here? August 11, that's going to help you with answers. That full moon, it's going to help you decide, okay, that goes, this stays. That goes, this stays. So the full moon's falling in your sign. So that means it's lining up those supermoons, these last supermoons. If you've been feeling the supermoons, this supermoon brings closure to something for you. You've needed it. You know you want it. But you've been like, I'm not sure. It's nothing to be scared of. It's more, let's just get this unsettling weight off and go. So it's been brewing for you for a little bit, maybe. So this will feel unsettled if you're not working on it, if you're trying to avoid it. But honestly, if you were to just sit and go, okay, what is going on here? What do I need to do to nourish my soul? What do I need to do to listen to my heart choices? What do I need to do about this situation? Keep it or go. It goes. It's like you're going to have like this stays, this goes. This stays, this goes. Think of it like when you're moving households. You go through all your stuff and you keep some of it and you get rid of some of it. You have to shift the energy for moving to something new, and this is coming up for you. So it's a busy season for you, but you want to have your downtime, you want to have your balance, but you really want to listen. You want to listen, you want to nourish, you want to find that peacefulness. And all of the energies that you might find bringing all this stuff up is going to help you a lot. So we are going to go into Pisces energy. This is the last one. So on the July 28th new moon, the Jupiter entering retrograde, that's been in Aries since May. This one will go back into Pisces for a little bit. So you might feel that a little bit more. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So if it's going into Pisces, that's a lot more spiritual minded. It's also bringing things up for you in timing of your life. So if you are looking for some powerful manifesting here for you, that July new moon, July 28th new moon is going to be great for you. You want to create and receive this guidance energy. So working with your angels, whatever you need to do. Remember, Archangel Ariel is wonderful working with energy like this when we need courage. Michael is fearless. Michael can move mountains when it comes to, I got to get this negative fear or this distraction or whatever out of the way. He can help you tremendously. But Ariel as well. Ariel has this, get focused on what it is you want. So overall, for all the signs, we have narrowing our focus on what do we want to manifest here, because this is a manifesting month coming up. Leo's kicking it off here. And then we have what's in the way? What's in the way? What needs to get out of the way? It's basically some uncluttering. It's energetic decluttering, so to speak. And you're going to be bringing this in. So if it's feeling heavy, if it's a setting boundary for you as well. And I'm seeing some common themes run through several of the signs here. But we want to make the most of this energy coming in. Absolutely. This is one of the best times of the year, I think it is, because we all, it's exciting when something new and different is waiting for us around the corner, and we just want to tap into it. This energy can help us do that. So you might want to bookmark this if you want to come back and re-listen to different things or attributes about what's going on for you in particular. Remember, all three, sun, moon, and rising, you put those combinations together with the different things you're seeing here. For everybody in general, what I'm seeing is high frequency intuition is a strong suit. A lot of setting boundaries was coming in. A lot of, making some decisions. It's time. It's time for that to get out of the way. I'm seeing some self-care in here. I'm seeing, are you giving your heart's passion any time during the day at all? Any time in your life? It's bringing it up for a priority, because your heart's passions are connected to your soul's purpose. And people always want, what's my life purpose? What's my soul purpose? It's going to be connected to your heart's passions. If you're not giving your heart's passions, it could just be simply gardening or painting for me, or whatever it might be. If you're not giving it the time of day, or you're not even giving it any time in your life, how can you possibly figure out your life purpose? So it doesn't have to literally be your job. A lot of people think their life purpose is their job. No, not necessarily. Sometimes it is, but it doesn't have to be. We try to make it wrap into this specific cookie cutter template. It's not that way. It's about tapping in and listening to what's right for you. Okay, I'm going to go say hello to everyone over in chat. So hello guys, how are you? It's good to see you. Hi Belinda, Shadana, Kelly, Maddie. Oh goodness, lots going on here. Let's see here. Maddie's saying, this is exactly what I've been trying to get in touch with. I have felt so disconnected from my passions and truth, and if it's impacting my overall, been trying to focus on how I want to feel. You know what? For you, I really think that something indirect is going to work, because you're such a deep thinker and analytical type. And I'm sitting here thinking, what if you just said, what do I really want to feel? Sometimes we just try to plan it all out too much. if we are trying to control our future too much. Sometimes we just want to feel peacefulness. And we're thinking, oh, I'll feel peaceful if I do this, 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 and this. Maybe it's just literally being more spur of the moment for you. Or is everything always way planned out? Practicing some spur of the moment, like, hey, I think I'm going to do this. Or change your mind and go make something different for dinner, or have something different. It doesn't have to be crazy and irresponsible. Saturn will remind us of that, because Saturn's lurking in there like, be responsible. Be responsible, but do all this, you know, being free. I know. But if you're a very put it in the calendar, keep it structured. I mean, people that are very, I want my calendar all planned out, or I want everything to go a certain way, and it doesn't, that can be pretty stressful. It might be a way for you to practice the impromptu, going with the flow, and the spontaneous ups and downs, and more flexibility with that. It can challenge someone like that. I'm not saying you're completely like that. It just came up in an idea of been trying to figure out how you want to feel. I would start listening to the spontaneous things that pop up for you. And if they're not, just put that intention out there. Help me to feel that spontaneity, because, and what is my heart passion? You could ask, hey, can you bring me a message in a dream before you go to sleep? You might pick something up. It feels like everything has been falling apart for a while, so I'm ready to feel purpose again, like things are moving in a direction. It hasn't felt that way for a while. Asking angels for strength. Yes. Yes, it's very, very much a time like that. I understand that. I mean, I've been feeling it too on different things. It's like, gosh, you feel like you know what you want to do, and then all of a sudden it just feels like, now I'm not sure. It's been feeling like that for a lot of people. And this energy is just, it's throwing the apple cart up to help us. We have to look at throwing the apple cart up in the air and everything's falling and we don't know where it's going to randomly just land. It's helping us to trust. And that's what it picks up a little bit on. If there's a trust issue in any area here, like, yeah, I don't know about that. I feel better if I know what's going to happen. Well, how is there a trust or faith? You know, because it's trust. Do you trust the angels? Do you trust the universe to take care of you? And yes, this world has things happen. We're not pretending that it doesn't. But it's kind of the way that energy of the law of attraction works. If whatever we're focusing on, that seems to be what comes in more. And then sometimes, for example, believe it or not, it can have this irony to it. Sometimes we're trying so hard, we're doing everything to make the money, but the money doesn't come in. And as soon as we stop trying to make it about the money and we just tap into what we just love about doing it, and we have that energy going, it shifts. There's something about that. I didn't write all these rules. I'm just sharing. Because sometimes if our focus is, oh, this is my heart passion, and the focus is about the money, it seems to not come in. It's because we're worried about it coming in. It's this weird little switch in there that shifts that energy of us. Money is an energy, but like if we are doing our heart's passion, if you're doing something, it basically, you want to find the things that you enjoy doing. You may have a job you don't love, but it helps you pay your bills, yes. And your heart's passion is doing something that wouldn't necessarily bring it in. You still want to find time to do your heart's passion, because that satisfies that soul, that nurtures that longing of being in that journey with your heart's passion. It also connects you with your purposes. Your purpose can change throughout life. Your identity is not what you do for a living. That's not your identity. It's not. That can change. You want to know that you're just connected to that passion in your heart. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a simple, I enjoy nature. Are you walking in nature? Are you spending time in nature? Oh, I don't have time to do that. Well, maybe we need to find a way to do some of that. It's because when you connect into your soul's passions and your hearts like that, that's what sets you up to be connected on higher frequencies, because the joy flows in. That's what helps manifesting. That's what helps you connect into that soul life purpose. And then things unfold and you start seeing the signs. You start, oh, okay. And what's ironic is you may be doing the job that's like, but that's not your identity. Remember, that's not necessarily what you have, that's not your purpose. Your purpose might be literally just totally enjoying, something else. And if you're doing that, then all of a sudden you're like, and this is just an example, oh, I'm loving life, I'm feeling really good. You go to this job that you may or may not love, but you're doing better because you're more content inside the heart. And then all of a sudden you're getting a raise. It didn't come directly through the heart passion, but it did. Are you hearing me? It is all tied together. So if you think it's insignificant, oh, I can't really do that, I don't have time for that, that won't make me any money, that might be what's in the way. That might be the block right there. We're trying to over-figure it out. We're trying to control it. We're trying to make it happen a certain way. It gets exhausting trying to control it all. This energy is throwing it up for us to go, let's just see where it takes me. Do you have faith that it will take you in the direction you need to go? That's a choice you have to make. I'm here sharing the energy, the alignment here, how to work with the angels. Your guardian angel is great for this, by the way. And also, you have spirit guides, whether you know them or not. Don't make the focus on, ooh, what's their name? How many do I have? That is totally missing the point of the spirit guide. You can, but it's not the important part. You don't even ever really know they're there or not. It doesn't matter. They're still there helping you. Okay? They will always be there. Your guardian angel is always there. You are never alone. You just have to put that out there. Believe it or not, I've seen some amazing things lately in working with it, like something that just looks like, oh, that's it. We're never going to get that resolved. And then I just ask for a solution and it comes in. It comes in indirectly. I might ask for a solution on Wednesday, and by Thursday night or Friday, this idea will pop in. Boom, solved. I didn't try to push it. I didn't try to make it happen. I just allowed the universe to bring it in. But then you want to pay attention. You want to look at the signs. And they're all going to come in different. Nobody's perfect at this. This is a journey. This is a soul lesson journey the entire lifetime. And if you're going to be here doing all this work, you may as well enjoy some of it. And that soul purpose part is what will bring joy into your life. It has nothing to do with anybody else. It has nothing to do with, oh, I'm going to be happy because I'm married, or I'm in this relationship with this person or not. It has nothing to do with anybody but you. Allowing this for you. They have really been pushing and nudging me here. You can tell when Michael's involved in a show, because I feel like, good grief, I feel so aggressive. But it does do that. It does. So I just want you guys to know how much I love you and how passionate I am about helping you see these little tidbits that are amazing for you. And I wanted to say really quick, I know we're about to go, yesterday I was overwhelmed. I had no idea. And if you are someone that has found my meditations on the Insight Timer app, I had no idea people were receiving and sending and commenting, and I had no idea. I wasn't getting any, I did not know. It wasn't anybody's fault. I just, something with notifications, I didn't know. Found hundreds of them in there yesterday, and I was like, oh my goodness. And they went back a couple of years. So my apologies. I'm not one to ignore anybody and not to appreciate. But if you are following and you are here in the show, or you have found us that way, we appreciate you too. And please know that I'm trying to find a way. I got to set my calendar to check that. Had no idea. Anyway, let's see, who else have we got here? Manifesting miracle. Let's see, Shadana, I've been thinking about another big move out of country. I am so confident, then boom, unsure and doubting my decision. You're going to want to work with this energy this month. Don't make any decisions yet. I'm not feeling that it's time to make a decision on that really strong for you. So I'm not saying don't go, but you need more information. I'm asking. You need more information. You don't have enough information to make a good choice. And if there's a hesitation, then I'm feeling that you need to pay attention to that. So just look at how you can work with the energies this month or this season with that. Veronica, you're welcome, Veronica. Do you have faith that energy will take you in the direction you want to go? Yes, that's the thing. Sometimes we get challenged on that. You might have faith in one area and then you're like, ooh, do I have faith here? Maybe, maybe not. It'll bring it up for you to work on that. And we can choose, like, I don't know if I have enough faith yet, but you can set an intention to build and strengthen that. Angels will help you with that. Just got to ask. I love you guys. I love you very much. And I got to go because we're running past time. So hang in there. Embrace this energy. This energy is here to help us all. So thank you guys so much for being here today. I wish you much love and happiness, and I will see you next time on the Jenn Royster Show. Namaste.
You've been listening to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. If you've missed any part of this show or any other show, visit www.jenn.com